Guys, the US CMA right now is the talk of the town, and a lot of students get in touch with us and ask us a number of questions pertaining to the US CMA. So hopefully through this video we'll be able to answer some of them. One of the questions that we face in particular is, what do you expect in the US CMA curriculum? A lot of people tend to think that because this course can be completed in a period of 6 to 8 months, the course on its own doesn't provide a lot of value. But once I explain to you exactly what you can expect in this course and what are the different units, trust me, you will understand that this course explores a lot of avenues in accounting and finance. Hi guys, I'm Rushil. I'm a part of the academics team here at Zell Education, and every single year we train thousands of candidates in professional accounting and finance courses such as the US CMA, the US CPA, ACCA, CFA and Diploma in IFRS. Guys, if this is the first time you're coming to our channel, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and additionally please feel free to leave a comment below asking us any questions that you may have or leaving suggestions for us for the future. Guys, the US CMA is split into two parts. Each part has 6 units that are tested at once. So in total there is 2 exams that you need to write. The first part of the US CMA is called Financial Planning, Performance and Analytics, and this is of course consisting of 6 different units that I'll cover in a minute. However guys, before I get to this, understand one thing. The 2 parts are independent of each other. You can either go for part 2 first, you can go for part 1 first, and it really doesn't matter what you go for first. Guys, with that being said, let me cover all the units in part 1 by one. So the very first unit that you would be starting off with is External Financial Reporting Decisions. Now this topic covers various aspects of inventory management, receivables management, and how you initially start off as a manager or eventually as a leader. It also contributes in the process of revenue recognition by having a handle on the top line reporting. Now of course this might sound a little technical to you. However, trust me, when you do this course, everything will be simplified for you. The second unit that we move on to is cost management. Now this, the main domain in which this subject operates is operational decision making by understanding a lot of concepts such as overheads, costs and different costing systems. The second aspect that cost management covers is contribution by someone like you as a leader in business process improvement. Moving on to the third unit, which is planning, budgeting and forecasting. Now guys, the planning, budgeting and forecasting covers participation in operational decision making on the strategic side by understanding concepts like budgeting, forecasting and their respective methodologies. Moving on, you can also contribute as a leader to annual profit plans and top level planning and analysis. So guys, a management accountant would walk into any organization. They would work at the center of the organization and they would be working with the higher echelons of the management and making strategic decisions with them. And this syllabus part 1 and part 2 have been designed keeping in mind this particular aspect. Moving on to the fourth unit, which is performance management. Here you understand the concept of cost variances and participate in efficiency measurement as a manager. Moving on to internal controls. Guys, internal controls are basically a lot of systems that are adopted as practices that enable efficient functioning of an organization, and you oversee finance and accounting processes and ensure that they adhere to the internally determined practices and policies. Moving on to technology and analytics. Now this is one of the fastest growing trends in the world right now, how you can integrate technology into the traditional accounting and finance world. So this topic essentially covers things like protection of company data by using technology, maintaining data authenticity, applying techniques like data analytics to projects and products for optimized results. And this is everything that you cover in CMA part 1. Guys, now moving on to CMA part 2, which again consists of 6 different topics, and the part 2 is called Strategic Financial Management. Now let's go unit by unit and understand exactly what will be covered in part 2. Guys, the first topic in part 2 is called Financial Statement Analysis, and here's what financial statement analysis covers. So you learn to interpret and analyze a lot of different financial statements such as the balance sheet, the profit and loss account, cash flow statements, statements of changes in equity and things of that sort. Secondly, you contribute in decision making at managerial level, like I alluded to earlier, and leadership level eventually in your career. You also contribute in construction of financial statements and compilation of financial information. Moving on to the second unit, which is corporate finance. Now, the second unit is a mainstay, if you will, in the CFA curriculum as well. This particular unit covers financial decision making by understanding concepts based on different instruments and modes like the bonds, you have debentures, you have derivatives, you have foreign currency, etc. Moving on to the third unit, which is your decision analysis. Now, what exactly will decision analysis cover? It covers operational decision making by understanding concepts of product costs and product pricing. So, for example, if you have multiple products, you learn how to decide how do you make a decision in terms of which one do you proceed with and things of that sort. Decision analysis will help you understand how you make key decisions such as whether you buy or whether you manufacture or whether you outsource. Guys, moving on to enterprise risk management. Now, there is an inherent risk in everything that we do. So it is very important that we learn risk management. Now, this, if you like this particular unit, you can also pair it up with an FRM later. If you like the part 2 of the US CMA in general, you can pair it up with a CFA later. What does risk management cover? Mitigation of various forms of risk that the organization has to manage, and leadership decisions on risk management. Moving on to the fifth unit, which is investment decisions. What does this cover? Well, investment decisions by understanding concepts of things like NPV, there's IRR, there is asset replacement and acquisition and things of this sort. And it also, contributes towards how asset heavy or how asset light your organization intends to be, decisions of this sort. And the final unit in part 2 is professional ethics. Now, understanding that everything you do in this world is driven by ethics is very important. So ensuring that you uphold the code of ethics and ethical behavior required by the IMA body and just ethical standards in general is what you will be covering in this particular unit. And that is everything you learn in the span of 6 to 8 months if you pursue the US CMA course. Guys, with that being said, if there's any nuance that you want to understand, please get in touch with us. We will help you out with it. Additionally, we want you to come experience our learning management system. We have made a few topics and courses available for you for free. So please feel free to go through them. And the number for our counselors is in the description box below. Thanks for watching.